Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at how much of a difference the Arts Boost upgrade system takes or does to a unit, and we're going to take a look as well on top of that what the cost of fully maxing an art is. So we're just going to use one art for the purposes of this video, and we're going to be upgrading the Ki Blast art from level 1 to 99. Now there's two benefits. Firstly, you gain a PvP / all-round benefit of a flat boost to your Ki Blast attack. If you take a look there, you will note that our Ki Blast stat was 222,000 and a little bit of change. Now you also get the added benefit of the heavy attack system, which will augment your damage as well. However, this is only pivotal towards PvE content. So just to do a kind of baseline test, we're going to just take Gohan into this stage against Caulifla, and we're going to have him do 2 Ki Blast attacks and hit her with them. She has 9.4 million health, and after we hit her with the 2 Ki Blast attacks, you're going to see that drop all the way down to 8.6, which means in total we did around 800,000 damage. Now we're going to test how much damage we do with 2 Ki Blast attacks after having our stats augmented with the Arts Boost. But we're also going to note and just kind of record how much in terms of resources we use, because it's important to understand what kind of grind you're in for when you're looking at maxing out a character. So the first thing we need to see is just to take a look at what kind of resources we have before we go into testing how much it's going to cost. Now there's a couple resources you need to use. First is Arts Cores, and then you get Arts Seeds. Now you can get all of these with Seed Exchange Medals. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to use Seed Exchange Medals to get all of these items. You also use a significant amount of Zenny, and I'm going to be using that as well. In terms of Seed Exchange Medals, you can see I have just about 200, and we're going to compare that to what we have afterwards, which, as you can imagine, will decrease quite substantially. So all we're going to do now is we're going to upgrade Gohan. I'll do a little skip ahead just so you can take a look at only the final stage. You have to go through 3 core phases to upgrade him. I have done a video on this, so I'll leave that in the top right hand corner. But yes, you need to upgrade, and you can see the cost is quite high here. To do our 100 upgrades, we're looking at quite a sizable Zenny cost. It's not going to end up costing that much because we're going to get a large amount of success rates. But you can see just how much was invested, 718 million Zenny. And I'd already used around 1.3 billion Zenny to get here. So that's around 2 billion Zenny in total, plus the little 50 mil on the side. Now, in terms of resources or alternative resources, I used over 150 Seed Exchange Medals. Now, I do have a little bit left over, which I can use for another character, but it's a pretty big investment. To max out this character, we're looking at something like 4 billion Zenny, and, well, at least his Strike and Blast arts, we're looking at 4 million Zenny, and we're looking at, roughly 400 Seed Exchange Medals, which is a pretty intense process. But just to compare the damage, it's important to note that we do get the heavy attack effect here, and this contributes the largest component of our damage increase. You'll see that we're going to do over 30% extra damage. She's now gone to 8.227, which in total is a 1.4 million total damage compared to 800,000 before, which is quite a lot. If you look at the actual stat gain, it was 13,000, raising our blast attack from 222 to 235. This represents roughly a 6.75% increase or so, I believe, which isn't that much, but it's pretty sizable, at least in terms of like notability. Obviously the PvP boost is smaller than the PvE boost, and a 5% increase doesn't seem like much, but it can definitely be an advantage, especially when you're applying that to both Blast and Strike arts. So it's definitely something that's noticeable, but the amount of investment is pretty substantial. So you need to choose really wisely when you're deciding who you want to actually do the arts boost on, because you're going to be investing a lot of resources into that unit. But beyond that, that basically covers everything. I just kind of wanted to do a little exercise to show people what they actually gain by maxing out at least one arts, and you can apply this roughly across both of the arts. Now the special boost is more defensive than anything else, but I'm thinking of doing another look at that in another video just to see what it amounts to. But that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, see you next time. Bye.